All right, we're gonna start by opening the FC High photo. And with your text tool, type something like under construction, find a size and placement that looks good. I'm gonna end up going with a little bit smaller than this. So 125 looks good. It's about the right size to show that we can put the word under construction behind the flagpoles and behind the pillars. I'm gonna turn it all caps so it's a little bit easier to read. And then I decided to do under renovation instead. Mess around with the placement a little bit. So you can see over here, if you click that little A, it gives you all these different options for controlling your text. So you can do little tweaks. So I'm going to highlight the text, and then I'm going to click to change the color. And instead of white, I'm going to click on the green of the roof to make the text fall in line with the color of the school. So you can sample colors out of photos. Now I'm going to turn the text layer off. Go to Quick Selection tool, and you want to select out your pillars. Remember, you have a bunch of different selection tools. So if one of your tools isn't doing what you want, switch to one of the other ones. With really straight lines like these pillars, using the polygon lasso tool probably would be quicker. See, you can see me doing it now. So I'm going to select the pillars, and then I'm going to also select the flagpoles. And I'm selecting the stuff just where the lettering is going to go. Because what I'm going to do is put the lettering behind these items. So it's going to look like it's set into the photo. Turn on the layer so I can see where my lettering is going to be compared to what I'm making. Go up to select and mask. So we've done select and mask before. You can mess around with the transparency to help you see a little bit better. Sometimes the little polka dot pattern, well, the checkerboard pattern does not do what you want because it's hard to see. If you mess with the edge detection a little bit, sometimes it can help expand or subtract from your selection. And then what I did under view mode is I just switched it to a white background. You can flip-flop between, like, you know, white and black and transparent until you can see the things that you want. So what white background did is it exposed next to some of the pillars where there was some selection stuff that I did not like. So now I'm going through and I'm subtracting from the mask. And I just decided to use the polygon lasso tool because it was easier. Once you're happy with it, hit OK. Now we're going to go over here and do create new group. on the bottom right, that little folder thing, call that folder text, move it over on top of the layer for under renovation, and then move the under renovation layer into the text folder. Select the folder and select masking. Now you notice the mask is now only showing letters where the pillars are. We actually want the opposite. So under properties, you scroll down and you hit invert, and it inverts the mask. So now you can see the mask is mostly white. And now the lettering is behind your pillars and flagpoles. I also made sure I put it behind the little sign there next to the garbage on the field, well, garbage can. So I'm going to move it a little bit so that you can read it, you know, until I'm happy with my positioning. So with the paintbrush tool, you can see that I'm working on the masking layer, and right over there by the garbage can, I'm making sure that the garbage can is now in front of the lettering too, since it wasn't beforehand. Zoom in and you can see here. So I'm working with the paintbrush tool on the masking section and working with black. So what that's doing is it's erasing. Well, it's not really erasing, it's masking, but it's exposing the picture that's behind so that it looks like it's in front of my letters without destroying my letters. So I'm not erasing anything out of the letters. I'm just showing the picture. So this is a non-destructive method. All right, now I like how the O is sitting behind the bench. I'm gonna go up to my blending options and just mess around with these a little bit. This is on my letter layer. All right, so I decided to add a stroke to it. I changed the position to inside instead of outside. And I'm gonna go down and select the background layer. I'm gonna duplicate the layer. What we're gonna do is we're gonna move this layer on top of everything, so now it hid stuff. And then we're gonna change the blending mode so that we can see the lettering, but it increases, there we go. So I like overlay, because now you can kind of see a little bit of the texture of the photo behind it. You can just see what all these do. So soft light lets you see a little bit of what's happening behind it. A couple of them do. You can pick whichever one you feel looks best. I went with overlay. It was between this and soft light for me. Then we're going to save a copy to the computer. Make sure it's a JPEG. Make sure you title it the name of what it is underscore your name. And then you save the copy. You can put text like this behind photos. You can put photos behind photos. And then when you're done, make sure you save out a Photoshop version of yours as well. And we're done.